What's going on, guys? Fire King Kami here, and before this build video, I just wanted to let everybody know on the stream at twitch.tv/FireKingKami, I am doing a giveaway. The prize is a gift card of your choice should you win. You don't have to pay anything to get into it. The only thing you need to do is come through to the stream, drop a follow, maybe sub if you're feeling up to it, and just let me know you're in chat. Say what's up, talk. We're making a community here. And if you want to be entered into it, all you have to do is just say that you want to be in it in chat, or if you want to join the Fire King's domain and DM me. That's pretty much all you need to do. It'll be a gift card of your choice, whether it's a Steam card, Amazon card, or, whatever you want to do. You get some money to buy some stones in LC. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And thank you for watching and enjoy the video.
領域展開無料空所
What's happening, LC community? It's me, Fire King Kami, back at it again with another build video. This time we have it for Stan. Yeah, we got it for Stan this time. I posted a little short showcasing, a little bit of what I had going on for Stan. I've already done the Luke video, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a Yuri video simply because I unfortunately don't have Yuri completely built yet. But right now we have Stan. So I figured first thing that we could do is go over Stan's stats, resistances, element resistance, attribute resistances, all of that. Then we can just keep going on from there. So right here I have him at 5-star, 4.5 awakening, level 110. You can see his HP is about 11,500, MP at 251, strength at about 3,500, defense at a little over 2,000, intellect is a little over 800, and the mind is nearing 1,000. So pretty good stat block overall. If you didn't know, Stan is essentially just blonde Adele, down to some of the skills that he uses is just straight up Adele. Their builds pretty much are almost the same. So if you've seen my Adele build video, then you could probably use that, or you can use the build that I have here, which I think is more suited towards Stan and what he's good at. I think I said before that Luke was my favorite out of the three, but like after playing around with Stan more, I think Stan might be my favorite out of the three actually. And it's not just because he's the fire swordsman. He's just like Adele. He's really good. If you got Stan, you have Adele basically. You can build him just like you build Adele. So looking over here at the attribute resistances, obviously he's going to have fire resist of 15, but a negative 30 with ice resist. So don't bring him around ice units. But he has a 40 resistance to earth, plus 40 resistance to earth, which, pretty high. And then thunder is down 5, light is neutral, and so is dark. And then down here with the element weaknesses, I always get I always forget the names of each one of these elements, but I think that's sickness, so he's resistant to sickness. Blind, he's weak to. Silence is neutral to. Stun, he's resistant to. I can never remember curse. I know this one's curse. He's resistant to curse. And this one, I just always forget that one. I don't know why. I've been playing this game for so long, you would think I remember all of this stuff. But as you can see, we have his board completely maxed out, and we have his ward. So that's it for the stats, attributes, resistances. So we can move on to the abilities. So as you see here, now we have the abilities, and like I said, abilities pretty similar to Adele. You got Demon Fang, a frontal long range fire combo attack. Now Adele doesn't have this move, as you'll see in the fight later. This move is a long range one that travels along the ground to an enemy. Stan doesn't move anywhere when he uses the ability, so that's one thing that he has different than Adele. Next is Tempest Strike. It's a whirlwind leap towards enemy to deal a frontal medium air fire combo attack. This attack right here is probably his most damaging. It has a lot of hits. It has a lot of procs. Stan is a single wielder, so you don't have to worry about dual wielding. But I mean, and you don't really want to dual wield because then you're losing out on a lot of his kit. But this right here is probably the skill that you would prioritize if you were going to do something like a skill boost. So like do skill boost 2, stock skill 2. And next we have Light Spear Blast. It's a wide area fire combo attack. This one is a wide area combo attack, but it seems like it's more so like it goes up rather than like horizontally. Still a really good stab move. Does a lot of damage. Probably doesn't do as much as Tempest Strike. Oh, Tempest Strike also, it's a leap. So Stan essentially doesn't have to get close in order for him to do that leap and to leap onto the opponent and do the damage. And then finally we have Final Fury. It's a powerful fire combo attack to one enemy. Pretty good. It looks really nice. I think I still like Luke's a little more. It just looks a little cooler to me. But overall, this build or these abilities work really well for a single wielder. A lot of them have a lot of hits, but Stan is very fast. So next we have traits. Now this is a build video, but it's sort of a showcase video as well, a review video as well, because I didn't do one for any of these units. So looking at Swordian Device, when attacking with fire physical attacks / specials, gain Swordian Device stock. You gain more during boss waves. Boost Swordian Device level and device skill effects based on Swordian Device stock gained. Max Swordian Device level 6, SD stock level reset each wave. So what they mean by the Swordian Device and the stocks and all of that stuff, basically down here in Stan's board, where is it? These are the devices that they're talking about. There's Device Heavy, Device Exceed, and Device Attack. Basically, as you're fighting, when attacking with physical attacks and specials, you gain that Swordian Device stock. And when you get that Swordian Device stock, you are then able to use some of these Swordian Device abilities. So we can kind of look at those really quick before we go into, the actual build. So where are they? First of all, Device Attack. You boost fire damage and the damage cap based on Sword Device level. Max of 50% and damage cap of 10,000 at Swordian Device level 6. Next we have Device Exceed. Whenever boosting Swordian Device level, restore 1 SET stock to 1 skill. And Device Heavy. When physically attacking, boost break based on Swordian Device level, max of 150% at Swordian Device level 6. So when you're doing your fire physical attacks, you gain that stock, and as you're gaining that stock, you can get up to 6. And when you get up to 6, as you saw, that's what the different Swordian device skills do. So next we have Heir to the Sun's Courage. When only a weapon equipped is 1 sword, fire physical damage plus 80% and damage cap plus 20,000. That's really, really good, especially with the build that I've done for him. When sword has the fire attribute, your sword strength plus 100%, your special damage plus 80%, and your special damage cap plus 12,000 more. So you essentially get a plus 180 physical damage boost to your damage because you're going to be single wielding a sword, and you're going to be single wielding a fire sword at that. We'll go and see what that is in a minute. And then you get an extra 32,000 damage cap. So like I said before, with the whole dual wielding thing, there's no reason for you to dual wield with this character when you have all of this right here built in for single wielding. If you want to dual wield, use Luke. If you don't have Luke, I don't know what to tell you. So next, as you see, We have a 96 SC build, and I believe I had three. I believe I had three prisms put into him. So yeah, three because you get 6 extra SC. I got 3 of those from just doing the events and everything. I didn't pull like Dupes of Stone or anything like that. So looking through the skills, you see, and also one thing to remember, if you didn't get those extra prisms and you're just at like 90 SC or something like that, you can take off some of these attack ups if you'd like to, if you need to save on some SC. So basically, what I have is the full attack up pack, the attack up 1, 2, 3, and then 4 somewhere down there, and then max. He gets Fighting Spirit max for free, Heroism up 2 for free. The only critical up I use is critical up 3 to get that plus 8% critical damage or critical hit rate. I have advanced aim vitals. I don't have aim vitals on, or I think he gets aim vitals for free. I can't remember on this board, but advanced aim vitals for that extra crit power, because you'll see how much he can crit when we get into the fight. We got Proud Force that doesn't come built into him, so you definitely always want to have Proud Force whenever you're running a swordsman. Scrolling down, you see the free ones that we have, and then you always want the Pride and Ardor package, keeping yourself at max HP, bringing up your strength, bringing up your crit. I have Fire Drive on him. You don't necessarily need Fire Drive. I was working around with some other skills, but Fire Drive is, you know, something that is just going to be nothing but good for Stan, because he already has Fire High Drive and those stack, so you get an extra 40% to your fire physical attack and special damage. Fire attack raises he already gets for free. I was testing around with Fire Attack Raise 1, but honestly, I didn't really see much of a difference between having it on and off with the other things I had to take off in order to put Fire Attack Raise 1 on. So I don't really think you need it, because he gets Fire Attack Raise 2 and 3 plus Fire Critical Raise. So yeah, I don't really think you need Fire Attack Raise 1. He gets Pose of Victory for free, and I always put on Pose of Victory and Pose of Honor just for that MP and the SCT. I have Pirate Feast on him to recover all SCT at the end of battle. Stan is really good at clearing out ads, so if you just want to always make sure that you have your SC or your SCT, there you go right there. And obviously, you see Goddess Kiss, and we're obviously going to have Sharp Eyes with it as well. That's always a staple for most, well, really any physical DPS character. Piercing is a skill where even if I didn't get it for free, I would have added it, because it's just a really good skill, especially when you have a unit that hits a lot. Having that chance to greatly reduce enemies' defenses just can mean the difference between you taking 5 minutes to beat a boss and like a couple minutes to beat the boss. They can shave off a lot of time. Chivalrous Mind Sword, because I'm running armor and I'm running a sword, so you're just gonna get that extra 50% to your strength and defense. I use this with really any sort of like knight character that uses a sword. Night Lord Kyle, Adele, you know. I don't use this for like Virgil, because he doesn't wear armor, and I don't have armor equipped on him. He wears clothes. So we got Doppelhander Boost on here. Doppelhander Boost is really good when you have a single wielder, because you just get that extra 10% damage for your physical attacks and special damage, plus your extra 3,000 damage cap. Doppelhander Boost 2 he gets for free. Now, Swordian Might is one skill that I tested around a lot. I found that it's more useful than not. I really like it. You can change it out for something else if you'd like to, but you know, it's just another thing. When you have one sword equipped, you get extra damage plus 15% to the same attribute as the equipped sword. So you're a fire user with Stan, you use the fire sword, you're just getting a free extra 15% damage. Why wouldn't you use it? Sword boost for obvious reasons. And skill charge 1 is really good. It comes for free. quick trigger for the start of battle, just recovering one of your SCT stocks by one. Just, it's just a really quick one to have on there. You don't necessarily need it, but I like to always make sure I'm like getting SCT back really quick with physical DPS units. And you see we got the devices right there. And then the rest of these are just the free the free things that come off of this board. And next we look over, and I was tweaking around with a lot of different items to use. I think the best sword to use is Flame Sword Salamander, or if you have the Godforged version of it, which I don't have yet because unfortunately I don't have Kakutsuchi. But this sword right here does perfectly fine currently for what you need. Fire skill, damage plus 15 with this build. Like I said, that Swordian Might, since you're a fire unit and you're using a fire attributed sword, you're getting extra 15% from there, and you're getting extra 15% from that skill. So that's just another 30% damage that you're adding on. Next, we have Geist Training Armor. That I sort of was testing that with Pirate Feast. When you go into the next round, you're at max stock. And with Geist Training Armor, when using a skill at full stock, skill damage plus 25%. Now, that only works for, as much as you can have a skill stock, like, completely maxed out. So if you're going to do something that's going to make sure you keep your skill stocks maxed, then that's definitely, something that you could look at. Another option, if I can find it, Warforged Hex Armor that you get from, I believe, Divine Soldier Ganon as the Arc Ether reward. Damage taken from critical attacks minus 25. It's okay. It's like better to have other stuff, but if you have nothing else, then that's a good one to use if you have Divine Soldier Ganon's Arc. I was running around with a few others. Mirage Armor is okay, but he's not really, Stahn's not really a defensive unit, so you're not really worrying about evading physical attacks. You're really more so worrying about, running in and doing more damage before you can take damage. So I think Geist Training Armor is like the best armor to use. In my opinion, there's definitely better armors to use, but that's what I have right now. For the accessories, I'm using Hazel Gaze Ring to auto-cast protection at the start of the fight. It's just extra, a little bit of bump in defense. You can change it around for like SCT restoring items. Like if you have, where is it? If you have the Archangel wings from the Archangel Smile arc, then that's something that you can use. And I was actually playing around with that. There it is right there, Wings of the Archangel. I have that equipped to Balin. I actually just pulled Balin today, which I'm very excited for. So you see Wings of the Archangel, SCT speed plus 10%. After defeating a wave, you recover some SCT. That's definitely something, like if you're running a skill-based unit, then always having that SCT recharging or always having a stock is definitely something that you want. And then down here, William Blake's poems from I believe the most recent DMC collab. Battle start, all skills recover 3 seconds of SCT. Those are just the things that I like to use. There's definitely other items that you can use. This is sort of like a free-to-play friendly thing. I know this is a collab specific item, but there are other items that you can use that you can get your SCT back. So that's pretty much it for the equips. Now we can go on to arcs. Alright, so here we see we're going to be doing What Devours the Forest. Here you can see what arcs I like to use for Stahn. I really have been finding a lot of use out of the SR Flaming Hero that everybody should have at this point, because it just boosts your regular attack damage plus 20 and your break plus 100%, and your fire damage is plus 25%, and when your unit is solo, you recover HP and boost strength and intellect stats. It's just too good not to use. Like, it's the best arc in my opinion to use for, well, maybe not the best, but it's sort of like built for him. Is definitely an arc that I would recommend. Obviously, other arcs include where is it? Other arcs include the original, Icy Guardian for that extra physical attack critical damage. Your fire resistance plus 20, ice resistance plus 20. That's another one that you can use. I found that, is it Doomdozer? Yeah, Doomdozer I like using for bosses. I've ran Doomdozer with Adele a few times when running through like Godforge bosses, and Adele destroys bosses quickly, but that just makes them destroy bosses even quicker. Now, if you got any of the LR arcs from the collab event, my favorite one is probably Ultra Chronos, for the same reason that I think I brought it up in the Luke video, where usually if you're doing multiplayer missions or if you're doing by yourself, most people are going to be using characters that use swords. So every other living ally are using swords, your physical attack damage is up 30%. And then when reviving an ally with active skills, give that ally undead type and strength intellect plus 30% buff once per wave. And then when the only weapon equipped is one sword, damage to guarding enemies plus 50% and damage cap plus 2,000 to non-guarding enemies. So it's just a really, really nice arc to use for, a single wielder. And if you're going to be running missions with people or with other units that are going to be using swords. I haven't really used Brave Vesperia like that. So I honestly think if you're going to use an arc, use either Flaming Hero, Ultra Chronos if you have it, or Icy Guardian if you have it. So now, with all that being over and all that being done, we can go in and go ahead and start the fight. So you can see, sort of the damage numbers that you can get out of this build. Now we're just waiting for the fight to start. We got Ray and Kyle down there fighting. Okay, fight starting. Let me turn auto off. So, as you see, Demon Fang, we're already doing 75,000 crits. And then on basic attack, crits 64,000. This attack isn't really going to do much to us. So, as you can see, 51,000, 52,000, 61,000. We can Demon Fang a couple more times, and we just beat that enemy quick. And I believe we got the Swordian device buff activated right now. As you can see, Tempest Strike comes in. We're doing 77k on that, 79k, 79, 79. Tempest Strike, we're going over here, 79k again, 80k. Now, it's going to get up to, when I was testing this, it got up to like 84,000 crits. And I believe that was after I was starting to get those Swordian device buffs. I was using the same build. As you can see right there, we're getting up to 82. 82 again. We're using Light Spear Blast. That's a lot of hits. And next we got the 4 enemies. Or actually, no, we got the boss coming through. So you see, we killed those enemies that quick. So next, as you can see, Demon Fang, Light Burst, or Light Spear Blast, and then Tempest Strike. And you see we got up to 87.999k off of this build. We never went below like 10k, and we did it in, I think it was like a minute or something like that. Minute and 13. So that's the build. We're not gonna play that again. So that's the build. Final thoughts. Like I said, it's Blonde Adele. It's really fun to use if you like using Adele. You like using Stahn. I think this build is definitely something that's really good. I worked on. It's like an offshoot of my Adele build. I've been running this Adele or this Stahn in multiplayer alongside things like other Adeles, other Stahns, Shift Bayland, and he's been outperforming those other units. So there's definitely something to be said about Stan. I definitely will be using him more in the future, especially when the new story comes out, which I'm really excited for. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, and as always, set your heart ablaze, overcome all of your limitations. Take it easy.